Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. 52's the mic. Look at me, zipper. Motion. Your mic 52, right 52. Hey, orbit. 52. Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Brown. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's get it.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. And the Steelers 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Brown, operating from the gun. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Ready? Watch Mike. You don't know no better. Hey, lock it. Hey, foxtrot.
To throw on 3rd down, Brown. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go. 60 out, 1. You know it. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Let's go.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Murray. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Like 22.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Brown to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. From the gun, Brown. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. This complete to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Brown now throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Switch. Check. Leo.
Back to throw. Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Squeeze. Kill. Go. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Get it.
Brown from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
Ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Wahoo. Run. No. Mike 52, Mike. Hey,
Looking to throw. Brown looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught inside the 20. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, C6.
2nd and 3. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Stiff arm number, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 52. Block 52.
Here's Brown on 1st and 10. Open here, Adam Thielen. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Now Brown operating from the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Retains possession.
Ready up. 52's the mic. That's right, man. Now. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check. Check hot, bro. Hot, hot. Hey, Delta. Speed grip, speed grip.
Throwing on 1st down. Brown. Caught by Jones. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, it can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, number 8's coming, number 8's Mike. You go tight. You got tight. Hey, high 7. Get it.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let go.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Lucky. Patch it. More out. 2.
Brown now, looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing. Murray fighting, lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Ready? 15, run. 15, run. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Bravo.
Following the fumble recovery, Brown. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hit it. Mike 5-4. Rip left. 6-6. Pull it high. 5.
Back to throw. Brown. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Julio Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the
Take
2
their
of
breath,
us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, exit. 52. 52 is the mic. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Come on.
Looking to throw. Brown. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Ready.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, orbit. 52.
Brown from the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is fielded inside the 5. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down. Score. 8-3. Get in the weight room.
Here's Brown on 1st down. He completes it to Jones. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defense, get off the field, defense.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Got it. 57's right. Check back.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync. and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Here's Murray. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
There he goes, right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marlon Mack with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as they have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And again, it's Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
March 54. Hey, shoot.
Now Brown, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Go. I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to you.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Murray with a 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
Murray trying again after the pick six. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ramsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All day, every day, any day. 25, check 25.
Brown now to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Go. 10-2 stop.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Back two is the mic. Mike back two. Mike back two.
Hey, Foxtrot.
52. Mike 50. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Brown is going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They run it again with Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Murray going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. It's complete to Grant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. On the ground, it's Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Check the backer. Check the backer. Mike, check. Go. 59. Let him know. Let him know.
They're going for it. It's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Again, this is Chubb. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. You got 3.
To throw is Murray. Flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
Ready.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready. 50. Plant.
54. Hey.
Be careful.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Right there, right there.
Go.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
X3, 218, chopper.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Get.
Operating from the gun, Brown. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
22, Mike 22. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Now Murray. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing after the interception. Murray. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Murray now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.